It's ISE 2022 in Barcelona, and I'm on the JVC stand, and I'm joined by Samir. Hi, Samir. Good to see you.
Hi, good to see you.
So, PTZs, that's what we're talking about this year, I understand.
Yeah, this is one of our core product range for the next coming years. Since a lot of producers are now going remote production, streaming is becoming more and more important. So all our cameras support streaming, and we have just introduced for the first time the KYPZ 510, which is a 4K 5060p camera, which can stream in 4K. It can output SDI or HDMI at the same time in full HD, or HDMI in 4K, and it can output SRT streams for remote productions. It can also directly stream to YouTube or Facebook, and it has a very interesting new feature, which is auto tracking. If I activate this here with this remote, then it will follow a person. So in a situation where you have a professor in a lecture room, it will follow the professor if he goes to the whiteboard or goes back to his key position, then the camera will follow automatically, which is a cost saving because you no longer need a camera operator. We also have these cameras. These are the KYPZ 400. These are also 4K. They also deliver full HD, of course. The 4K capability is up to 30p. They also stream SRT, RTMP, RTMPS, and many other formats. At the moment, we're actually looking at some images from New York City in America, and this is a KYPZ 400, which is streaming in SRT directly here to the booth, and we actually can also remote control the camera from here. So for remote production, this is very convenient because you can change the position of the camera, you can zoom in, zoom out, or even correct some things like color balance or iris or other parameters that you may want to change remotely. We also have a range of HD cameras, which basically do the same thing. They offer only full HD capability, but for many applications, full HD is enough, and it's a cost saving, of course, if you only have full HD. And the full HD cameras also stream in SRT, they stream in RTMP, and all our camera, the 4K and the full HD cameras, have NDI output as well.
Right, okay. Cool.
So with the NDI output, you can feed the signal to software like, for instance, here we have vMix, we have OBS, you can feed it to a NewTek TriCaster, and then the cameras can be locally positioned, or they can use the NDI bridge functionality that NewTek introduced even for remote cameras.
Yeah.
One special feature of the HD cameras is that they have UVC, USB video class functionality. That means you can hook it up via USB cable to a PC, and then you can access the camera via programs like Skype, Zoom, Teams, and use the PTZ camera as a very convenient and high quality web camera, which I think in these days when video conferencing and remote teaching is gaining more and more importance, is a very important feature to have in a camera. So this is the PTZ range of cameras. We also have a controller over here, which is the RM-LP100, which can control all the cameras. We have the PZ100, which is the first camera we introduced some 5 or 6 years ago. It's still very popular because it's a very quiet and precise camera. It's full HD. It can be controlled with the RM-LP100, but you can also control all the new cameras with the RM-LP100.
Okay.
And another added feature of this controller is that you can also control standard cameras. So like an GYH-M250, a GYH-C500 or 550 can also be controlled with the same controller. Of course, it cannot be moved, but you can do white balancing. You can select basically a streaming on-off switch, and some other features can be accessed through the same controller. So in a combination of PTZ and standard cameras, you can take a lot of load off the camera operator by remotely controlling white balance or iris, things like that, which makes life a lot easier because then the operator can concentrate on capturing the image and not on changing the camera settings. So in a nutshell, this is what we're showing here, and basically this is a range that we are aiming to introduce to educational customers, sports, everywhere where streaming is popular, and also, for instance, webcasters that use YouTube or Facebook can benefit from the direct RTMP or RTMPS capability of these cameras.
Wow. That's a nutshell and a half. Thank you very much. What's the availability on the cameras like at the moment?
The PZ400 and the PZ200 are shipping already. They have been shipping since last year in October, I think. And the new PZ510 will be basically introduced in July. So these are prototypes that we're showing here. And I'm pretty sure that they will be available in July this year.
Fantastic. And for people that haven't managed to get to Barcelona, where can they find out more information?
Well, there is the web information on the JVC Pro website, the EU website in English, and there are also localized pages where they can already download information. And we will be posting also videos that introduce the capabilities of the new cameras. And we already have also videos on YouTube that you can find where actually I have introduced some of the key functions like how to set up an SRT stream or an NDI stream and how to set up the web page of the camera and other features.
Fantastic.
So if you look for the KYPZ400 on YouTube, you will probably find a lot of videos with some educational content.
Fantastic. Samir, thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure.
Do check out the website and also check out YouTube as well for all those other videos. For everything else that we're doing at ISE, you can check that out at kitplus.com.